Hi everyone, finally back. I haven't got my craft trimmers yet. It's not even close. But my daughter Mandy, God bless her, told me that I could use her craft trim while she was at work and the kids were at school. So that's what I did for this page. And at the beginning there you would have seen a note which said have fun. There it is there with a smiley face, and that's what greeted me when I walked into her room last week. So I thought, well, I had to use it within the page, and it helped because after 3 months of not crafting at all, let alone painting in my art journal, I was a bit anxious about that blank page and what I would do. So once I saw that note, all I did then was grab some colours and just slap them down, and I didn't have any of my stamps on me or stencils. I looked in a couple of boxes and found what I could, and thankfully my camera was in the first box I looked at. So it's a basic, simple page. Just put some paint down. I found this behind where I was sitting in Mandy's room. Mandy does mainly project life and colouring. So this was the only sort of background script stamp that I found. She's since found a whole heap of background stamps for me and plopped them on the desk. And here I start adhering the bits of paper that I've ripped up with gel medium. Now that was too thick for this copy paper, so I ended up getting my fluid matte medium and adhering them down with that, and that was fine. Now I also was able to find some Tim Holtz tissue wrap, which is what I ripped up there and adhered down with matte medium. So just a bit of interest on the page. You can still see the background colours coming through. So yeah, haven't done any other pages since this one, so I'll go back next week. We've got Easter long weekend here, so Monday's a public holiday, so I'll go back either Tuesday or Wednesday and have another play. I might try and find some of my stencils. I think they've got to be in a box. I know I recently bought one and I might just use it. Oh, this was a drama. I found some liquid inks that Mandy had in a drawer, and you'll see now that I didn't put the lid on it when I put it down, and I knocked it and it went all over her white desk. It took me literally over half an hour to clean it up because the green wanted to stain on the white. So consequently, every other one that I used, the lid went straight back on. So I'm just, I dabbed a drop of each of them on the page and then blew it through a straw to spread it, just to give the page a bit more interest. Now, it's no masterpiece. I don't even like what it is, but what I do like is the fact that I've actually started and finished a page within that one day after 3 months with nothing. So I'm hoping that the next page becomes easier We shall see. So now I've got all that mess down. What I needed to try and do is blend that white into the background somehow. So I did find some bubble wrap, and so I put some white paint on it and sponged it over the page, just so it was more white than just on that paper. Sorry if you can hear the fan in the background, but it's quite warm today. It is autumn, but it still feels like summer here. Now this is a texture brush. It's just like a rubber brush with some bristles, and so I thought it needed a bit more of the orange on the page and that bright aqua green. Now all the products I've used, the little amount of product I have used on this page, is all listed in a blog post that is linked in the description below. And luckily I had a dabber, a sponge dabber, in my little box of tools, and I'm just dabbing on some white first, so then I'll go over it with those three colours that I used in the background, just to bring that to the foreground a bit more. And you can see the words now are starting to get lost, but I do go over them later on. I didn't think I had enough of the circles there, so adding a few more. I probably should have left some white. But then I go over the perimeter of the circles with another stamp with white paint, so that helps. And here I go over the words with a black Posca pen. And now I thought I needed a border. It needed more black on it. So I just took some copy paper just to give me a guide, and just painting around the edges with some Mars Black acrylic paint. Just nice and simple. Try not to overthink it, and try not to think of all the products I could have used on it. It is what it is, and I will treasure this page for a long time, because I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but it has been so hard not to create in that time, when it was pretty much every day that I was able to just go into my craft room and just have a play around. So it's still going to be a while before I get my craft room done. We've had quite a few storms with a lot of rain. We've had roof leaks and all sorts of things, shower leaking. Anyway, so it is what it is. I've just got to accept it and work around it. So there you go. All done. And hopefully I'll have one for you here next week. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll be back. Bye.